Again, long time no speak.
Oh, it's been long enough.
Less time.
Less time. This time we didn't even leave our desks. Oh, it's weird. But this is the third part of our triple header that will come out at normal intervals. Happy March, everyone.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh, that means I'm 30 this month.
I wonder what you got. Or will get.
Oh, Jesus. Hopefully not betrayed.
I see
Right.
what you did there.
Okay, so this is something that we...
Haven't done.
Yeah, we've not done a reality show before, and that's because, generally speaking, I don't think we are particularly huge fans of reality TV. You don't mind, like, The Apprentice?
Yeah,
Is that right?
which snuck a new series up on me this year.
It did, yeah. I realised that last week, Lise just started watching it, and I was like, oh, fine. Well,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I did actually, because it snuck up on me, I meant to text her and tell Lisa it was on, but I forgot.
But yeah, at the end of last year, we just...
How did you find it? I'm guessing just browsing iPlayer.
No, so this is the thing, right? So we got a text from Lisa's parents saying, you need to be watching The Traitors on BBC iPlayer. We can't explain how fucking good this show is. So we were like, oh, okay, we'll give it a go. And then we started watching. I was like, oh, it's a reality show. So I was like, okay, well, I started with a massive pinch of salt. Like, okay, let's see what happens here. And then when they introduced it, they said, okay, basically it's a massive game of werewolf. I was like,
okay.
Oh shit, I'm in. Okay, let's see how this goes. So then, by the time, and they are so clever with their editing and where they decide to chop the episodes. The way that they finish each one with a big old cliffhanger of like, okay, you know, someone's been kicked out. You don't know who's going to be murdered overnight and isn't showing up the next day. That is done superbly.
Yeah.
And by the end, I was like, I actually can't believe how good this is. And I was saying to Lisa, I don't think this would work with celebrities or with people you already previously knew because you know them. So
America came up and went, do you know what we're doing? Same thing. But with
celebs.
Half celebs and half... I mean, celebs.
Yeah.
You can't see the air quotes, but they're there.
Yeah, no, I could hear them actually. So
yeah. But like the premise, like... Because how far through it were you when you sent me and Jack the message saying, like, you guys should probably watch this?
Genuinely, probably 2 or 3 episodes in.
Because I think I was halfway through the second episode when I recommended it to someone.
Yeah. So, and I think actually that's how it's gotten so much traction. Is it had the word of mouth was ridiculous, and after the finale of the UK version, like people like Mark Gatiss and Reece Shearsmith, and you know people who have made a lot of really good stuff for the BBC and critics and stuff were all saying that's genuinely one of the best bits of TV we've ever seen. And it's like it was ridiculous, wasn't it? So we should probably, like, if you haven't seen this, then this is, I think, probably the first time we'll do this. You absolutely need to go and watch this, like, right now.
Yeah, because we're probably just going to talk about how the UK series goes.
Maybe let's not spoil it, but listen to this at your own peril, I suppose. So,
yeah, you've been warned.
22 contestants show up at a castle in Scotland.
Yeah, and then you're instantly met with, I think, the first big difference between the UK and the US one, where you get to see them all
elimination.
The immediate and in the UK version, you see them all like meeting on the train and like chatting and like becoming friends. Because I think, and then because of that, the first like elimination when they're just at the doors of the castle is just like, oh fuck. That was, and it almost feels like that was a task, but maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was. But the Americans
Oh,
don't do
man.
that because they only sent 20 of them. Because
Oh, did they? Okay.
yeah, there's only 20 in the American version. And I think that's because plane tickets from America to Scotland, because they're filmed in the same castle, quite expensive.
And that's why I really, really would like to do some looking into like the production of it, because I'd love to know like at what point, because the American version has all the same tasks and sets and bits and pieces from the UK version. I'd really love to know what the time difference was in filming, because I've got a feeling it would probably
I don't think
be
it's
like
going to be much
a
more
week.
than a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, a week or two in between each one, because it's similar weather and everything looks the same anyway.
Yeah, there are like little differences. Like in the UK version, it's very. They tell you that they're all like, they're not actually sleeping in the castle. They're sleeping like somewhere else, so they can do all the traitory stuff.
That was something that really offended Lise. Was like, why are they staying in the castle? I was like, they're not staying in the castle.
But they just don't. They
make
just
it
don't
look like
have
it,
to. They don't. They not. They don't feel that they have to tell you.
that they're going off site. Probably because like
It does build the
Well-
drama a bit more if you're like, yeah, but they're not just going to hear the traitors walking past the room and be like, well, if they're the one door other side of me, then that'll be Dave. I reckon Dave's a traitor because he's walking about at midnight and then he killed me.
yeah, we should probably explain the actual game, shouldn't we? So these 22 people show up. Over the course of the first day, they're all interviewed, and 3 of them are selected to be traitors. There is a prize fund of up to 120 grand.
Or $250,000.
$1,000, that's it, yeah, which is roughly the same, isn't it? The faithfuls, as they're so called, the innocents task. I never liked the word faithful. You know, I never liked that as the term for it. But you know, here we are.
Yeah, but what do you replace it with? Goodies and baddies.
Innocence. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
innocent probably would have been a better word actually, but I don't know.
Yeah, faithful implies that they have faith in something.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
What do they just have faith in each other? Because they fucking don't.
So the faithful's job is to root out the 3 traitors. The 3 traitors' job is to ingratiate themselves into the faithful and convince them that they are also faithfuls. Each night there is a discussion called the Round Table where the faithfuls decide on. They will vote on who to banish. If there's a faithful who is banished, it means that the next day, during the night, the traitors will have selected. They'll have gathered and selected someone to murder, so someone else to eliminate from the game, and they don't show up at breakfast the next day. So that's why breakfast is such a big thing. Is because they're all let into the breakfast room in dribs and drabs, and then they all realise, oh, so and so's missing. You know. During the days, then the tasks are they're given little missions, which means they build up the cash prize just by completing tasks. All throughout the days, the contestants are sort of looking at each other and seeing who's acting as they seem suspiciously, or you know, in a way that's faithful to the game, that sort of thing. And the only thing I feel like it really proves is that nobody really can tell when anyone is lying.
Yeah. And I think the premise, and I guess maybe more to an extent, the people that they got on to do it really helped. Because I initially was just like, do you know what? I want the Traitors to win because I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I was 100% on the traitor side until a certain point in the show when I decided I no longer want this team to win because something happened that I
Would
felt
you say it was
so
around
angry
episode
about.
10?
Roughly, yes,
Yeah.
exactly then.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, same. Because I think what was nice is that something that doesn't happen a lot, even though the shows that we do watch overlap quite a lot. We don't. Well, I mean, we talk about them, obviously. Otherwise, what are we doing? But I think in a more general sense, we don't like. In a bigger group chat, we're not texting and chatting about TV shows and stuff. But this really like captured all of us and just went like, yeah, we're just gonna have to like. So it's is everyone up to date? Because I've got opinions.
Yeah, we absolutely, we genuinely, we really did adhere to the no spoilers thing, didn't we?
Yeah, which
Which
must have
is
been really
unusual for
challenging
you.
I have spoiled one thing for you, and it was just a minor who killed Joffrey. Like, what
that was 10 years ago now.
Yeah, and you're still bitter about it.
Yeah, obviously. Of course I am.
But it was just... I think it really helps that like I enjoy those kind of games anyway. Like I think we've talked about it, not maybe on the podcast, but separately, that social manipulation games are the best games.
They are.
In a big
however,
enough group of people.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you need a big group of people because, and this is where I would fall down, is I'm really, really bad at them. I'm really bad at lying and like keeping a straight face, like when challenged and that sort of thing.
Have
so
you
like,
played Secret Hitler?
Yeah, we played Secret Hitler round yours. It was you, me, Jimmy, your sister, and your sister's mate, Amy.
Yeah,
was it the one who
fell off the chair?
She had the unfortunate incident where she fell into a cupboard.
Yeah, you know it happens. You play a board game, you drink too much, you fall into a cupboard.
Yeah, in exactly that order. Yeah, I have played Secret Hitler, and I think I was innocent, I think all of the times, so it was very easy for me to do that. So when they were doing the interview thing, obviously me at least had the discussion. I was like, so would you want to be a traitor? She was like, 100% I'd be a traitor. And I was like,
100%.
Yeah, I think you'd be very good at being a traitor as well. I would be
I don't know if I'm insulted or pleased.
I think a little bit of both, in equal measure.
Yeah, it's more pleased,
I genuinely, I could see you going on this and doing really well. Oh my god, you should apply for the next series.
Well, I mean, like the way you play the game is that you don't do what a lot of the traitors did, which was just latch on to the first opinion. They went, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
You've just got to like put people against each other. The thing is, I think in a genuine situation, I'd probably be quite shit at it.
I know, but for a game sort of element, I think you'd be quite good at just going.
I think if it wasn't something for telly, and it was just like
it was just Game of Werewolf.
It was just me and like 19 of my friends. Like it'd be a hoot, but
you'd need to find 18 other friends first.
Yeah, like
so
that would
first
the real struggle I have is getting that many people into one place without like the obvious crimes that I'd be committing to get that many people in one place at the time.
Without alerting the suspicions of the police.
Yeah.
I also think that what really, really helps, particularly, and I think we do plan, like, we are going to carry on, because it's based on a Dutch series, and there's a whole bunch of different, there's like a French version, there's a Belgian version. We're going to try and get our hands on every single version we can of this, because it's amazing. Something that I think really helps.
Should we do a UK versus the world?
Oh, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Although wouldn't it be Netherlands versus the world? Because they did it
originally. I think that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
But something that I think really does help the UK series in particular is the fact that, and we'll get to this when we talk about the American one, is that the traitors go... They fly under the radar for quite a long time in the UK version before like they start wheedling them out. And I think that really, really helps build the tension between everybody over the course of the series. Plus, the way that it ends, it's almost like if you think of like the peaks and troughs of the show as like a waveform, I feel like the British version is the optimum way it could have gone. Like, suspicions flying everywhere and going crazy, and not really honing in and becoming focused until from halfway in to the very end, whereas the American one, because I think we've only watched like 2 or 3 episodes of them.
Yeah, I'm only one into the American one.
Okay, so immediately, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but the people who are the traitors are suspected a lot earlier.
Yeah, They start getting suspicion on them in like the first episode.
The first one, yeah.
And that's the thing. All that the the British race did was shut the fuck up for a couple of episodes, and then they survived. They were at least in episode 3, and I imagine that I think of these 2 countries that we have selected, I think this game is 100% tailored towards British people.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more sort of.
I imagine there are probably points of it that the American one is going to be maybe far more entertaining.
Oh, yeah. There is a lot more. I'll say this for them, and fair play to them for it. They're a lot more open with their accusations. Like they will go up to people, like literally in their face, go, "I reckon it's fucking you."
Yeah,
fair.
And that's
enough.
the thing. If you could bring that attitude into the, but then the subterfuge side of it is more interesting to me because that's how I'd want to imagine that I'd play the game.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
Also, I mean, I could go to Scotland for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind a little holiday to that castle with Claudia. Yes, please. Off I go.
How do man apply?
I think you should.
Should we apply, right? But
Are we starting the campaign now?
Yeah, but what we'll do is we can go in and we'll be podcasters. But we can go and we can do the Alex and Tom thing where we just like, no, we don't know each other.
and then for no reason at all, on the morning of episode 4, we stand up, we pull out microphones that we've been hiding in our back pockets. And,
guys, we do a podcast. Guys, we don't know which one of us has a wife.
Look, we all signed the same document. It's very, very confusing.
We don't understand. There's a 4th party who might be involved, but we're not sure if she wants to be.
Oh my god, you know what would be hilarious is if we did that.
Right, if we could get this to the point that we knew all but one person in the game.
What if we did this without being traitors and we were just fucking around for no reason?
But that's the thing, like, would you not, though? Like, my brain's just like, yeah, even if I'm not the traitor, I'm just going to act like one.
See, that's the thing, is that, what game is it that we play? There's a game that we play that I decided, like, on the regular, it's a team game that I decide is a lot more fun if I play, like, the villain.
Like you don't want to win.
In the whole... what is that? I genuinely, I've gone completely blank, but that is how I decided to play that game, is just pretending to be the one you're playing it against. And I can't remember what game it is, but it just makes it so much more fun.
That's the thing. It's what the thing I enjoyed the most in Betrayal at House on the Hill is being the traitor.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because I really like being in a team and playing like
Secret Hitler. I just really like being a fascist, but I don't want to be Hitler because Hitler doesn't know who the other fascists are. And like looking around and being able to like, to be fair, I don't think I've actually lost a game of Secret Hitler.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That can be on your.
I should
your
probably
CV.
go talk to someone. I think
when you apply for the Traitors, that could be the highlight of your CV. 1, never lost a game, unbeaten at Secret Hitler.
Yeah. How many games have you played? Like 4. But I've never lost, and I nearly broke up a couple.
Undisputed. Oh man.
But yeah, I think the thing is, I think I'm going to watch more of the American one.
I think we're going to, because like.
But I just need a bit of a gap between.
We've gone straight into it. I think we're like 3 episodes in or something now to the American one, and it's. You really can tell like the subtle differences between like UK and US TV just by watching, adaptations
the same
of the same
show.
thing. Yeah.
But the
So,
thing,
like,
this
even
is
so
so.
much as,
It's not even like a parallel. It's just like hey, here's our castle. Here's a new presenter. Here's 20 Americans. Just run it again.
Lovely to see Alan Cumming doing something. I haven't seen him doing anything for a little while. Very nice to see him back on the screen. He is brilliant.
Yeah, he's a very good
host
for...
He's a very good host of this. He's just theatric and camp enough for this. And filthy.
Yeah, but I think in the same way that Claudia Winkleman is none of those things, but the right tone for the show. That just sort of deadpan, just kind of like humour that just worked.
You say deadpan, but then the amount of effort that she puts into... Oops, sorry, I've just dropped my light. The amount of effort that she puts into screaming at them when they're doing the tasks to get them to win is brilliant. If you've not seen The Traitors, you need to go on iPlayer and watch it. It is fucking brilliant. Unfortunately, it can't be in our top 5.
Which is such a
because this 100% would have been the best show of last year. I think it is.
So where do we stand? Right. Can I put the American Traitors in my top 5? Because at the time of recording, I've only watched one episode.
Yeah, no, you've watched one. That's it. It's out.
But
but at the time of recording, I only watched one episode of House of the Dragon.
Then it can go in your top 5.
Oh shit! Yeah, it can, can't it?
Because
okay. Well,
yeah, it's weird.
I can do, but
we can do whatever these are our rules.
Yeah, but if we don't uphold them, where will the world be? Yeah, okay. So the American one can go on your top 5. I'm gonna predict it's not gonna stay there.
No, I'm gonna put it on my top 5 so that The Traitors is in my top 5. Because I mean, like, there's no real arguing. It's basically the same show.
Yeah.
Like we've always said, Americans just like verbatim copy a show, but that is what they've done with just a different cast. But because there's no lines, they've got nothing to copy.
Oh, it's phenomenal. If you haven't watched it, you're in for an absolute treat. So
yeah. Also, I'm just looking at the voting history page on Wikipedia. It's brilliant.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's really, really cool. I just had a look at all that. It's a brilliant little infographic, that. Yeah. The US one's, like, fine. There's one person in it who we have all uniformly decided we hate.
Oh, yeah. But then that's the thing. I didn't like the people who got eliminated right at the start of the British version and ended up one of them. I was like, you are a fucking hero. So maybe I like the person who thinks everyone's their fan.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you.
I shouldn't have opened the American Traitors page.
Oh no! Have you just seen who's won it or something?
Yeah, but I have nothing to tie that back to, and I now can't remember their name.
Oh, good. Well, that's all right then.
And I didn't see Faithful or Traitor, so.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I can still root for someone.
Enjoy it. Our next episode that we're going to do, I'm intrigued by this because 90210 and One Tree Hill, these were big old shows when I was a teenager. I knew a lot of people who were into these shows in an unhealthy way.
Yeah. Interesting fact that is in season 1 of Gilmore Girls and maybe season 2, Tristan. He leaves to go and be in One Tree Hill.
Do one of these? Yeah.
I think it's one of these two shows. I'm pretty sure it's One Tree Hill. But yeah, these were big. I think I've seen dribs and drabs of episodes, but I've never seen the primary, the pilot.
Yeah, I don't know anything about either of these. Are they kind of like Dawson's Creek-ish?
I have a feeling we're probably not going to enjoy them because I think they're like LA teen sorts of shows. 90210 is definitely set in California. One Tree Hill,
I think it looks like it. In the fictional town of Tree Hill in North Carolina. Okay. So
that's not California. But yeah, we might not like them. But I feel like it's important that we sometimes throw some stuff on that people are going to go like, why the fuck are you watching that?
Sorry. Here's a reason. I've just read a fucking cool headline.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh shit, this actually happened. I thought this was in the show. So apparently, someone who was in One Tree Hill had a husband who was killed by a lightning strike.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh dear.
America's pretty wild.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I've got a quote for this poor widow. She's lost her husband. He dies in a freak accident, right? So what are the chances?
Don't tell me that she says something like, "I'm not sure I'll ever find love again. Lightning doesn't strike twice."
Okay, here we go. All right, you ready? Well, so just remember, you're more likely to win the lottery than you are to be struck by lightning. Okay.
Correct.
You ready? Right. So, and here is Bevan Prince on her husband, William Friend, who died when he was struck by lightning. Okay. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud that I got to do life with him, said Prince. He was one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life, by far.
You can do it. I believe.
Oh, okay. He was one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life, by far. He lit up every single room he came into.
Oh, that is a poor choice of words. Probably lit up the last one special. Yeah, that's much worse than what I said. I mean, hopefully that rubs off on the pilot.
I'm in tears.
So it turns out 3 is the limit. That's how many podcasts we can record in one night before you lose your fucking mind.
He lit up every room. I'm sure he fucking did. He was blinding that last one.
Oh no.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty reasonable note.